hello everybody. I am Cindy Benson from the Grace and Strength Lifestyle, and I have Miss Michele Hand here. We want to celebrate her because she has done an amazing job with this journey. So we all like to do this graduation video. Michele, welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cindy.
You are so welcome. And yes, we're looking at each other instead of the camera because it's easier for us. So, Michele, tell me, or tell, the viewers, the people who are ladies, most likely that are watching this, what led you to make this decision?
Probably what led me to this decision is kind of my journey, I guess, that led me to this decision starts with my family, and I am mom to 7 kids. Several of my kids have special needs, and I spent a lot of time in the last few years just sitting in hospital rooms and doctor visits and driving hours to specialists, and just had a lot of chaos and stress in the last 2 years, and I joined because I gained about 50 pounds in a relatively short period of time. And I just needed to make some changes towards better health. And I'm really glad I did.
Yay, that's amazing. I mean, 7 children, that's hard enough. But when they have, like you said, those special needs, what a beautiful mama you are, because this, I'm sure, was a gift to them as well.
Yeah, it's been a journey. It's yeah.
How has it helped with your family in this new lifestyle? And what you went through, what God's ministered to you in your heart?
Well, what I told my kids when I first joined, my goal in doing this for them was to be a more engaged mom. Instead of being the mom that sits on the park bench, I want to be the mom that's pushing the swings and having fun with them. And I'd gotten to the point where I was so exhausted all the time that I wasn't fully engaging with them and doing some of the fun things that I had done when my older kids were young. And so that's been a really fun thing for them, is to have a mom that's outside doing those things that I kind of stopped doing.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what God is, that's what he wants, living in that abundance, that we're fully present with our children and not hiding back, if we don't want to be in front of a camera, or like you said, to be participating with them, because those are the special memories that they're going to have too of you. And now the little ones, they won't know much different.
Right.
Yeah.
And so many times as a mom, you think, I've got to give everything to my kids. And when you give away so much of yourself and you're not renewing your own spirit and what you need, you end up taking from your children. And, for a long time, I think I don't have time for myself. And I didn't want to do something like this. Like, the thought of dieting would take so much of myself from my family. And in the end, I actually was able to give back so much more to them, because I kind of took 5 or 6 months out of my time and look, I can give back so much more to my family now because I took care of my own needs for a bit.
Absolutely. And I think it's so important for moms to know that it's not selfish to do that. Mm-hmm. It's actually, like you said, kind of selfish not to, because they don't have the best of you. Mm-hmm. How can we be the best mom that we want to be if we're not whole and we're not filled?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is awesome. Congratulations that it's such a family change as well.
Yes. And, the kids, they were learning to eat healthy also, instead of just a lot of prepackaged quick oven foods. We've really changed it up for them too, and we got a lot of complaints the first month, but they aren't complaining anymore, and they're actually sometimes saying they like what I'm making and they like it better, and they are saying they feel better from eating in a more healthy way.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's amazing when we put foods in that God created for us to do, how we feel so much better.
Yes.
And now their choices, that's becoming their new normal.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Michele, share with us what possibly any challenges maybe that you had going through the journey, and how God has ministered to you in those areas.
One of the things that really helped me in this program was the accountability of having a coach that I had to text my weight every morning. So seeing it,
we'll find you.
Yes. But seeing that number on my phone as I texted it in, I could either go, yay, or I didn't quite do this right yesterday. That was really helpful for me, and that was exactly what I needed. The other thing is, early on, my coach said, you let me worry about your weight and you focus on your relationship with God.
Amen.
And so it just kind of took the weight issue out and the scale out for me. And I was just able to really focus on my Bible study instead of constantly thinking about food and what am I going to eat next. And I'm laying in bed going, okay, before Grace and Strength Lifestyles, I would lay in bed and go, what can I eat for breakfast that will give me the want to get out of bed? It was like, what food will I eat next to make me want to do the next thing that I need to do? Then with starting the program, that was not my focus anymore. I was able to kind of use the time as a type of a fast for me.
Right.
There's no fasting involved at all, but I was able to remove those foods that had become an addiction for me, that were kind of my problem areas, and I was able to just really focus on my relationship with God, spend a lot of time in my Bible study, and just break some of those sugar addictions that I had, and just get balance back in my life to where I ought to be, and just get some things balanced, I guess.
Love that. That's actually the series that we're in, our Balanced Living series. So true. I love that, how the focus came off the food, off the number, and onto the Lord, because it's truly that He's the one that does all of this. As coaches, we point you to Jesus. He's the one that's going to do the work. We're all just vessels working through Him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. And we teach in our lessons that you're not a number on the scale.
Right.
Your value, your worth is not in there in a size and a number. It's who we are in Him. And you're right. A lot with my clients, I'm always faithfulness, girls, faithfulness. Don't worry about what tomorrow looks like as a number. If you're faithful to it, that's all that matters, to that. So I love that. Love what He's done in your heart. Absolutely. Well, you and I share almost the same age, like a year apart. We don't have to say the whole number, but
I don't mind.
But then it shows mine. But that's okay. And that's totally okay. But this, I really believe, because this is what healthy looks like, though, and that women our age can achieve this. So and you can share, but I want you to speak to those women, Michele, who and we know are going to watch this or are just searching online. We get a lot of Google searches as well, and they're so desperate for hope, and they think that maybe by this age, if you will, it's just not going to happen. It's unrealistic. I want you to speak to those women who are watching and encourage them.
Yeah. For me, I'm past menopause, and I think that was part of the weight gain, getting past that age of menopause, and just things stick on there a little bit harder than they used to, and are harder
I hear you.
off. Yes. But I had no problems at all losing the weight. It came off very easily for me, which was really surprising. A huge motivator for me is I'm looking at probably, the next 20 or 30 years of my life, and I still have fairly young kids at home. I need to be able to stay active. I don't want to be, not able to stay active. And part of that is maintaining a healthy weight and keeping those, the muscle mass going and the joints intact and staying healthy that way. You can do a huge, it can have a huge impact on your end of quality of towards the end of your life just by maintaining your weight and maintaining your activity level. So, yeah, very important after 50. After 50, it's very important to keep your weight maintained. So,
I 100% agree with you. So share, right before we leave, share with you what you've lost and how.
Yeah. My initial goal was to lose 55 pounds. I've actually lost 5 more in the last 2 months, and I really have not even tried. I was able to kick my sugar addiction, which is huge. So what I eat are a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables and healthy whole grain and very, very lean meats. I eat till I'm full. I eat all I want to eat. I feel great. I'm not hungry, and I've just still been losing weight without trying. I'm not counting calories. I'm not nothing.
Isn't that wonderful? What freedom. Oh my gosh. What freedom.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. To be able to do that, not be in the bondages anymore.
Right. Exactly.
And cooking that sugar addiction.
Satan just gets in our heads, and he throws around a lot of lies. And through Grace and Strength Lifestyle, I was able to address some of those fruit things that he had planted in my brain, and I turned to God instead of my food now. So a lot of freedom.
Oh, I love that. Well, thank you so much, Michele. Thank you so much. And congratulations again on losing over 60 pounds at 50-ish. We're past the mid now, people. Right. All right. So, but yeah. So again, congratulations, Michele.
Well, thank you, Cindy.
Have a wonderful day.
Okay.